Welcome back, Madridistas. Real Madrid kicked off their La Liga season with a hard-fought 1-0 win over Osasuna at the Santiago Bernabéu, thanks to a Kylian Mbappé penalty. Xabi Alonso has shared his honest reaction to the performance, praising the new signings, backing Arda Güler, and giving updates on stars like Rodrygo, Militão, and Dani Carvajal. But with Arsenal pushing hard for Rodrygo and Real reportedly slashing his price tag, big transfer questions remain. Let's break it all down. Real Madrid were made to toil, but got over the line against Osasuna last night at the Santiago Bernabéu in a game that Xabi Alonso and company will take as part of their learning curve. A lone Kylian Mbappé goal, that too from a penalty, was the difference between the two teams at the full-time whistle, and Los Blancos were far from as convincing as one would expect. Yet, given the managerial change and variation in setup, it is but natural that the team will require some time before getting into the right gear, and the 3 points last night, thus, are worth their weight in gold. Real Madrid manager speaks. Speaking to the media after the game, the Real Madrid manager faced the media to deliver his verdict on the team's La Liga curtain raiser and was positive despite being critical of the performance. Summarizing what he took away from the 90 minutes against Osasuna, Alonso said, "There were good things and things we have to improve. After 2 weeks of pre-season, we still have a long way to go. I think we were organized, but we lacked a bit of composure in the final third. Against a low block, we struggled a bit to create clear chances or to trouble them. I'm sure that with the good and bad things we'll improve and get into rhythm," he added. Alonso also maintained his composure and stayed calm, stating that the team would need some time to fine-tune. "We have 2 more games until the break and we're in that phase of fine-tuning. Victory gives you peace of mind to keep going, obviously." Performance of new signings. He also delivered his verdict on the new signings and how all 4 players performed on the night, backing all of them for their performances. "I didn't feel that the shirt or the Bernabéu weighed them down. The 4 of them performed well, maybe not spectacularly. But they were solid, they didn't make any mistakes, they weren't nervous, and they were well integrated into the team. Those who started and Santiago, who came on in the second half, brought energy. This mix has been good with those who were already there," he added. Alonso then gave a personal update on his feelings and how he took it to be back at the Santiago Bernabéu as a manager. "After 2 weeks, it's the first day and now we have to prepare for the next one. As a first take, I can take a lot of positives from it. I'm very happy to be back at this new Bernabéu. With the way it sounds, you're anticipating what you can do here and it's very exciting," he added. Reviewing the game itself, the coach was intrigued by Osasuna's tactics and how difficult they made matters for his team. Osasuna adopted their approach and it was difficult to find space. "In some situations we got to the back line, especially on the left with Vini Jr. and Carreras, but we couldn't link up the final pass. At least we didn't get passed through, we were able to play a lot in the opposition half. We lacked in the final third to generate a bit more. It's the adaptation and the phases that we have to continue to improve," he added on the areas to improve, calling out individual names. While 3 of the new signings started, Franco Santiago came on in the second half and impressed with a few moments of skill. Speaking on the Argentine star, Alonso said, "I could see that he was able to contribute and he has had good minutes. He hasn't been able to train with us, but he has been preparing. He was really looking forward to it, and sometimes the emotional side outweighs the hard work. He has had a good impact and it's good news that he has made his debut," he added. Alonso also praised Arda Güler for his performance and publicly backed him and his talent. "Since we've been here, Arda Güler has taken steps forward. Not only in terms of his quality, which was already evident, but also in terms of the way he understands the position, the way he provides stability, the way he controls, and the way he hooks in. In the first half he allowed us to keep attacking. We have to keep pushing him and investing minutes in him so that he becomes an important player. He's getting there and I'm pleased for him." The manager also ruled out any friction with Rodrygo goes and insisted that he counted on the superstar. "Nothing is going on. The Club World Cup was a different context because of the competition it was. Today it's just 1 game, we can leave the rest behind. What counts is this season, and of course I'm counting on Rodrygo. It's just 1 game, we shouldn't read too far into the future. If he gets those minutes in 3 months, I'll be able to answer you with more certainty." Defending his decision of not giving the player minutes against Osasuna, he said, "Today it was just the circumstances of the game and my decisions." Kylian Mbappé was back on the field with a new look last night as he donned the number 10 shirt for the first time in an official game. "I think after last year and after doing a lot of good things, Mbappé wants more. I don't know if it's because of the number or because of his ambition to win, But you feel he wants to perform better individually and collectively, he said about the Frenchman. He wants to inspire those around him. If that helps with the numbers, that's great. You feel that desire on a day-to-day basis, and today he created these different moves that are decisive. Real Madrid's plan versus Osasuna. Real Madrid struggled to break down Osasuna's low block, and Alonso was asked what he planned to counter that setup in the future. We haven't had much time to prepare for this. We expected Osasuna to be a bit higher up than what we had seen in their preseason. We haven't been able to train too much in these 2 weeks against the lower block, he said, revealing he was caught off guard. We have profiles for these situations. People who can be more in the box and reach out wide. We have to know how to switch, when to play the one we have prepared or take risks. These are situations we are going to face and we have to prepare more, he added. The manager was also quizzed on whether the Dean Huijsen-Militão pairing would be his go-to defensive setup for the season, but he clearly stated that no player was guaranteed anything. Nobody is a permanent fixture here. Whoever deserves to play plays. We have other center-backs like Rudiger, Asensio and Alaba, who is getting better every day. I'm very pleased for Militão after his injury. He's been feeling good since preseason and today he had a very solid game. Very good news, he added. Finally, the new manager gave his 2 cents on Dani Carvajal, who made a long-awaited comeback from injury last night. Not only in terms of football but also emotionally. He's the captain, he brings a lot to the table. He has a lot of experience here at the Bernabéu in European competition and La Liga. He knows what needs to be done to win, and transmitting that is going to be fundamental. Carvajal is back now, he added. Real Madrid are reportedly ready to lower their asking price for Rodrygo as the summer transfer window enters its final weeks. The Brazilian's future has been under the spotlight since the end of last season, with his reduced game time sparking speculation about a possible exit. At the Club World Cup, Rodrygo featured in just 1 start across 6 matches, playing only 92 minutes in total, far less than expected for a player of his stature. Speaking about his recent absence, Xabi Alonso insisted there was no hidden issue. Nothing is happening. The World Cup was a different context because of the competition. Today it was just 1 game. What matters is this season. I'm counting on him, so there's no reason to look too far ahead. If the situation is the same in 3 months, then we can talk. Meanwhile, Arsenal remain strong admirers of Rodrygo. They reportedly contacted his representatives back in June and are still in the market for a left winger, despite adding Noni Madueke and Victor Gyökeres to their squad. With Eberechi set to join rivals Tottenham, the Gunners could turn their attention back to the Brazilian. Real Madrid's current valuation stands at around €100 million, £86 million, but reports suggest they could accept a fee closer to €60 to €70 million if a serious bid arrives. That fee could be as little as €60 million to €70 million, £51 million to £60 million, a relative bargain for a player who has been key to Real's recent successes. Manchester City have also been among the sides interested in signing the Brazilian this summer as a possible replacement for Savinho. The 21-year-old only arrived in Manchester but has been the subject of interest from Tottenham. City, however, are determined to keep the youngster, effectively ending their interest in his countryman Rodrygo. Nothing is going on. Rodrygo absence for Real Madrid explained amid Arsenal transfer interest. Gunners transfer target overlooked once again as Real Madrid win opening La Liga fixture. Real Madrid head coach Xabi Alonso has reiterated that he is counting on Rodrygo following yet another snub. Rodrygo was an unused substitute for Los Blancos on Tuesday night as they kicked off their 2025-26 La Liga campaign with a 1-0 win at home to 10-man Osasuna. During Real Madrid's La Liga opener, Rodrygo was once again left on the bench. Instead, Brahim Diaz started an attack alongside Kylian Mbappé and Vinicius Jr., while Gonzalo Garcia and new signing Franco Mastantuono were brought on in the second half ahead of the Brazilian. This comes after Rodrygo also had a reduced role at the Club World Cup earlier in the summer, where he featured in just 3 games with limited minutes. After the Osasuna match, Xabi Alonso clarified the decision, stressing that Rodrygo's absence was purely tactical. These were game decisions, he explained. Based on how the match was going, we needed a different type of player. It doesn't mean anything for the future. The Club World Cup was a different context and today was just 1 game. There's nothing more to it. And that's the latest from the Santiago Bernabéu Madridistas. White circle from Mbappé's decisive penalty to Xabi Alonso's post-match verdict, plus the Rodrygo transfer saga heating up with Arsenal circling, there's plenty to watch in the coming weeks. Do you think Real Madrid should sell Rodrygo if a big offer comes in, or is he still too important for this squad? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the latest Real Madrid news. Hala Madrid.